What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, we're talking about today. All right? Habari Gani. How are you? Happy Kwanzaa. It's day 5. Day 5, and today is for Nia, or Naya, or Nia. Purpose. What is your purpose? What is our purpose as a people? What are our culture? What's our traditions? Getting back to our purpose, our goals, our traditions, our cultural traditions. And this is something that I used to always hear growing up from my grandparents, from other elders, other older Black folks, just other people in general in my community, is that, again, when you have a purpose, you have something to live for, something to thrive for, something to aspire towards. And when people don't have a purpose, what are they thriving to? What are they aspiring to be? What are their goals? What are they trying to reach? What are they trying to do, right? And this is something deep, right? Because it kind of brings it again back to us as a people. We've been deprived and oppressed for so long. So long. Centuries. Back to back, generation after generation. And it's like we've lost our purpose. And when we bring up day 5 of Kwanzaa, being Nia, purpose is there for a reason. Because we do need to get back to our traditional cultural beliefs. Our real traditional cultural beliefs. Not this, and I'm going to say it. Not this white supremacist, European-based, Christianity-based mess. Because a lot of us, let's be real, I'm not saying that there wasn't Christians on the continent of Africa. I'm not saying that there wasn't Muslims on the continent of Africa. Various religions, spiritualities, and, tribal beliefs all originated on the continent of Africa, y'all. But what I'm saying is, civilizations, as in people, as in us, as in our ancestors, predate Christianity by 2,000 years. So you have to understand that we were doing our own thing. Our ancestors, the very first humans and people, were doing their own thing, had their own tribal beliefs, cultural beliefs, religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, way before Christianity was even thought of. 2,000 plus years to be exact. But I just want to throw that out there. So when we talk about Nia, getting back to our purpose, or redefining our purpose, maybe you want to change your purpose, and maybe we want to add new traditions and learn old traditions, and you know what I mean? Things happen, people change. I get that's normal. It's supposed to occur. But the point is, do you have a purpose? Right? And I know, like I said, we've been oppressed and abused and done wrong. And a lot of us have lost our purposes, honestly. And a lot of us never had a purpose or didn't quite understand what our purpose was. And again, this is for individual, right? It's like, okay, as an individual, I have to find my purpose. But then as a collective society, we got to have a purpose. We got to have a purpose, man. Like, we can't just be, like I said, I always grew up with that being told to me. Because it's like, and I do truly believe everybody has a purpose. Everybody, place, and thing has a purpose. Time and a place. You know what I mean? But like I said, Habari Gani, how are you? How are you all doing right now? That's the question that I'm basically asking you. How are you doing? For real. Let me know in the comment box below, because I get on here and I do these videos, and it does help. It's like a good way to coping mechanism, being able to communicate and diverse with other people and get my thoughts out. And, with us dealing with this coronavirus and this COVID-19 ongoing pandemic and just life in general, even outside of the COVID pandemic, we have been oppressed, constantly. It just hurts to see that here we are. This is supposed to be the jolly, holly time of year. They always talk about these holidays, but again, what are these holidays? Again, a lot of us don't even celebrate Kwanzaa. A lot of us didn't even know anything about Kwanzaa. And Kwanzaa is a relatively new tradition for African Americans. If you want African Americans, African descendants of slavery, foundational Black Americans, whatever, everyone has different terminologies for who they are claiming to be and who they are and how they identify. And we need to respect that. You know what I mean? I've been saying that for a while. We need to respect that. But I'm going to say the mid 60s, 1965, 66. So like my family, we always celebrated Christmas and Kwanzaa. It was just, so for me, literally the 24th all the way to the first of the year was essentially a fun time. I guess if you want to look at it from the sense of you saw your family a lot, everybody was eating together, and yes, there was arguments and fussing and fighting. There was always some shit going on. I'm not saying that wasn't happening, but we were together. People was dancing, people was drinking, people was smoking, people was playing card games, people was looking at the sports, the kids, you got to see your cousins. It was nice. And then of course it was a lot of church. I grew up Kojic, so it was a lot of church involved, but we did all of that. And I'm going to continue that if I get that chance, you know what I mean? And I'm thankful to my grandparents and my mom and my uncle, despite everything. I'm grateful to them and my family, my aunts and uncles, cousins, my family, because I got this education of understanding, oh yes, we have our Christian values because, it was pretty much indoctrinated and forced upon us. But we also grew up Black and proud. Kwanzaa, honey. That's what I said. The 24th through December 24th to January 1st was a celebration for us. Okay? And then on New Year's Eve, Granny in there making what? What's she making? Black eyed peas, baby. Black eyed peas, cornbread, greens. This is stuff that we always had. And you feel me? And this is a part of our culture. So again, you get back to those traditions. Because today is day 5. Nia. And Habari Gani, how are you doing? Because I want us to be able to be honest, vulnerable, and transparent. Me personally, I'm depressed. I've suffered from severe chronic depression. So the depression is always there for me, but then there's deeper levels of it, if that makes sense, and back-to-back deaths in my family, older cousin and baby cousin, her grandson, they were both murdered Christmas night, and then we just had buried my great aunt 4 days prior. She died from complications of COVID-19, coronavirus. She was 85 and a half. And that's my grandmother's, was her older sister. And it's and then before that, we have a lot of deaths. I've been dealing with deaths. And then I had my surgery, and I had complications with my surgery. So I'm not pleased with that. And, I gotta, I'm thinking about, well, they want to schedule a revision surgery. And then I'm just sitting here kind of I don't actually want to actually deal with you guys next year, to be completely honest. And then I have other things going on. My mom, with her health, it's deteriorating. And then my grandmother, she's almost 76. I worry about her, and then my uncle, I worry about him. I worry about my other cousins, my other great aunts and uncles. You know, they came from a family of 12, and now there's only 4. So I sit back and I think about these things, and I think about my other friends and what they're dealing with, and what their families are going through. And then I sit here and I watch. Here we are. We don't know if we're going to get $600, $2,000. They play these games. They dangle this money in front of us. They know all of us are suffering. They know we're suffering. They know we've been suffering. They know we're oppressed. They know we're going without. They know we're struggling. They know what the fuck is going on. Okay? But they allow this shit to continue. So that's why I'm asking you guys, Habari Gani, how are you doing? How are you? Okay? How are you? If you want to be honest, open, and vulnerable, you know, feel free to express that. If not, I understand, because shit, everybody don't need to know how you doing. Everybody don't deserve to know how you doing. Everybody, you feel me? So I get that too. Anyways, y'all wear y'all mask out here. Stay 6 feet apart. Social distance. Wash your hands. Disinfect. And, you know, be safe. Do what you can't even say be safe. Just be careful. Do what you can to be careful. I'm out.